Hi everybody, how's it going? It's been a little while since I made a video, probably over a month now I think. Try to make a couple videos in between, and just things came up, got interrupted, or just didn't really have the time. So in the meantime, in the past probably month and a half, I picked up a lot of stuff at thrift shops, and even one of the local, or two of the local record shops here in town, and kind of a big box new and used media store, just all kinds of stuff, and been wanting to share it but just haven't gotten around to it. And also saved up some Christmas money through work, and some gift money my mom gave me, and kind of made a wish list of things I wanted to buy to make some upgrades to the system, and been slowly buying some new things. And I intended to make a video probably this weekend. Actually my weekend is during the week, but intended to make a video showing I bought a new record cleaning machine to replace the one that my cat managed to destroy by stepping on the power switch while I was at work and letting it run for several hours unattended. The record cleaning machine came, and unfortunately had a manufacturing defect. It was leaking air, so you could actually I could feel the air blowing on my arm as I was running it. And I could also feel suction coming in through one of the seams where it was put together with a gap. So I had to return it. I'm actually going to buy a replacement, the same model, and hope another one comes that was put together correctly. And if so, if it works, I'll kind of give you a video showing what it looks like, how it works, what I think of it, and all that good stuff. And I also bought a tube of cleaning stuff called Clean. I've been meaning to check this stuff out. It's a mixture of Turgitols. They're kind of like a cleaning agent that, excuse me. This is my cat Maya. She likes to hang out in this room, and she annoys me. It's a mixture of cleaning agents called Turgitols. It's apparently what the Library of Congress uses on their cleaning their records. You can buy it through scientific supply companies. But they come in a bottle about this big, which costs, I don't know, 40 bucks or so. I can't remember exactly. And there's two different kinds they recommend kind of mixing and using. And that's that bottle about this big is probably enough to last you about 10 years. Or someone came up with the bright idea of just buying a few of those bottles, mixing them together and putting them in small little plastic bottles like in here, and selling this for 25-30 bucks a piece. So that's what I went for. And once I get my record cleaning machine, if I get one that works properly, I'll try this out and let you know what I think of it. So anyway, let's get into, I'm going to do two videos. I'm going to do one which is my thrift store pickups, and I'll do another video which is things I picked up at record shops, kind of regular purchases, not thrift shop and bargain bin type stuff. So thrift shops, I've been having pretty good luck lately buying a variety of stuff. I'll start out with the CDs and kind of move into the vinyl. From the Goodwill in town, every once in a while they get a really good bunch of CDs come in. I buy a lot of rock stuff there. Things I wouldn't normally buy in vinyl, but I'll buy in CD for, I think they're 2 for $1 or 10 for $3, so 30 cents a piece if you buy a bunch. So the Beatles, one, I guess these are like their big hit songs, and this is anyway, I've been collecting the Beatles stuff on CD. You know, it's pricey on vinyl, and if I can pick them up for $1 less on CD, I'm picking them up. The Beatles Love, I guess is like a George Martin production kind of here. Interesting mix of their songs. Led Zeppelin Mothership, 2 CD compilation here. As they keep milking the Zeppelin legacy, repackaging and remastering their old stuff. The Smiths, Louder Than Bombs. I guess that's a compilation of Smiths tunes. Not real familiar with the Smiths, but for less than $1, we'll check it out. Arcade Fire, something that's not 30 plus years old here finally. The Suburbs, cool little CD, little gatefold package here. I should point out, I saw one of their recent CDs at one of the thrift shops in town, the Hospice Thrift Shop, still in shrink wrap, and apparently it was like a limited edition. I think it's their most recent CD. Limited edition, had a little plastic slipcase on it, and on the back had some little kind of logos printed on it on the PVC sleeve. Brand new, and for some reason I didn't buy it. I don't know why the hell I didn't, but sometimes I just I'm in a weird mood. I'm in thrift stores and I don't buy stuff and regret it, and it happens, you know. I saw a CD of music and I guess dialogue from the film Eraserhead, David Lynch movie, at the same thrift shop. Thought, like, I don't really remember any good music from that movie. Went home, looked it up on Discogs or eBay or whatever, realized it was worth some money, went back for it, and it was gone. So that's what happens. A little compilation here, Charlie Parker, Bird's Best Bop on Verve. And this one's kind of cool, from kind of a junk and thrift shop in town, the Repurposed Project. The Last Recordings of Artie Shaw. So Artie Shaw was one of the big band guys, played clarinet like Benny Goodman, but kind of got stuck in a rut where all people wanted to hear were his big hits. He wanted to move on with his career and you know, do some more progressive stuff, but just got tired of people asking for two of his big hit arrangements, and just kind of dropped out of the business. So these are from, I believe, like 1955, 56, around then. Really good band. Hank Jones on piano, either Tal Farlow or Joe Puma on guitar here. So a 2 CD set here. So these are rare and unreleased. The Last Recordings of Artie Shaw. Good stuff. And then finally a couple more. At Goodwill one day, they didn't really have a whole lot of CDs I was interested in, but I saw this one. Saw Japanese writing on the spine. I thought that looks interesting. It was still in shrink wrap. Pulled it out, and it was funny because I just seen the most recent installment of this series of movies with my wife. Kind of a fun movie, but nothing too serious. Pitch Perfect 3, but this is the soundtrack to the first original Pitch Perfect movie. And this is the Japanese edition here with the full-on Obi strip. So pretty cool, just something fun. And then finally, a CD I found at the junk shop there, Repurposed Project. They had a box of CDs, nothing too exciting, a lot of Pat Metheny, kind of smoother jazz type stuff. But then at the bottom of the box I found this, which was really cool. Put together a couple other CDs, kind of hid it under the other 2 CDs, because you, when you pay at this place, you kind of, they don't have a set price for CDs, so you just kind of give them a price, like, how about $1? And they say yes or no. So I kind of put it under a couple other CDs and said, you know, how about $1 each? They said yes. This is a Mobile Fidelity CD of Supertramp, Crime of the Century. And really in beautiful shape. The only thing wrong with it, there's a little kind of scratch on the cover right there. But otherwise everything's in great shape. CD's in lovely shape. Nice gold CD. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this or maybe eBay it. You know, I could eBay it to kind of cover the cost of a lot of this other stuff I've been buying to kind of offset the cost of buying all this stuff. But now I'm going to get into the vinyl. Went to a thrift shop, the Habitat for Humanity thrift shop, and I don't go there a whole lot, although they do open at 9 o'clock in the morning. It used to be our Goodwills in town open at 9 in the morning, so I could drop my daughter off at school a little after 8 o'clock, about 8:30, and then run to the Goodwill, wait a few minutes, they'd open, hit them, hit one on the far side of town, come hit one on the closer side of town to where I live. But they changed to 10 o'clock, so the Habitat for Humanity shop, they open at 9 o'clock in the morning, so sometimes I'll run there first and they don't usually have much of anything, but every once in a while something will pop up. And recently they got in some really nice old classical albums. So some nice Deutsche Grammophon albums, the really early stereo ones. I'll just show them. I'm not gonna. Some Schumann here, but these are if you're interested in classical records, these are kind of the more collectible Deutsche Grammophon. They've got the flowers that go all the way around. I guess the later ones don't have the flowers. They may have the little flowers in the middle here. And then, like this one says "Made in Germany" on the print here, but there's some that have actual German words here. I can't remember exactly what it says. But yeah, some of the more collectible Deutsche Grammophon. And really nice pressings, kind of thicker vinyl than the later stuff. So the later stuff's kind of a floppy vinyl. This one's a little earlier even. Stravinsky Violin Concert, Prokofiev, whatever, blah blah. A little earlier, you can tell it's got the stereos in red. A little stereo insert there, and then the actual record. So pull it out here. So the record looks the same, except the print on the inside of the rim there of flowers says Alle Hersteller. I don't really know German, so hopefully I'm pronouncing that kind of correctly. It says Alle Hersteller somewhere in there. But yeah, another early Deutsche Grammophon. These were in really nice shape. Whoever owned these, just beautiful, minty clean shape. $1 a piece. On Angel, this one on Angel, the Angel label, which is like the US version of EMI. They released EMI's recordings here in the US. A lot of classical people kind of crap on Angel pressings. They say like they're just not worth picking up at all. I read some websites where people kind of reassessed Angel, and they rave about the early Angels but not the later ones. Some say the later ones are excellent because the pressing technology got so much better. But anyway, this is an early Angel stereo pressing. Got kind of a cool red tape thing. It's not like someone put that on there to fix a seam split. That's actually the original. But this is Yehudi Menuhin, Bartók's Violin Concerto. But I've seen someone refer to these as Blue Angels. Got kind of a blue angel or blue label with sort of a silver rim of some kind of design that runs around the outside. But really nice. To me, these sound like excellent pressings. Recording quality not perfect. I mean, it's not quite like a RCA Shaded Dog, but just a really nice pressing. Sounds really good. A lot of fun to listen to. And let's see, let's get that one. Some more Deutsche Grammophon, some Haydn, another early stereo. This one is one of the Philips pressings. Philips from the Netherlands did some really nice classical pressings, I think, in the late 1970s. Using really thin vinyl, but really nice, clean, quiet pressings. This is some Mozart. Yeah, but when I see these, I like to pick them up. To me, they sound really good. They're thin, floppy vinyl, but sound really good. And it's kind of nice having the thin vinyl because they don't take up a whole lot of space. And that sounds kind of silly if you're a hardcore vinyl collector and you like having a nice thick tip-on jacket and all that stuff, but I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to have something thin. It doesn't take up a lot of space. From the same store, one of the RCA Shaded Dogs. Unfortunately, this one just doesn't sound good to me at all. I don't think the recording's all that hot. It's not one of their normal kind of orchestras. This is Montreux Vienna Philharmonic, Berlioz Symphonie Fantastique. So I don't think it was one of their usual recording venues or setups, so it just kind of, I think it suffers. It's not one of their, doesn't sound like the typical RCA Victor shaded dog living stereo type quality here. But nice clean record. Yeah, it's kind of a disappointment. So they're not all perfect. And from another shop, or actually, let me keep going here. A couple more. Another Deutsche Grammophon. Let's skip through that really quick. Herbert von Karajan. I don't know how you pronounce that. RCA Victor Red Seal. This is a later, not really living stereo, but later pressing. Julian Bream. Some classical guitar playing Johann Sebastian Bach. Really nice pressing here. This is, I guess, what they call White Dog. It's a later version of the Shaded Dog. Still sounds really great. It's not Dynagroove or Dynaflex. And then box set here, Archive Production, which is Deutsche Grammophon's kind of historical label. They focus on different historical periods, I guess, of classical music. But apparently this won the grand prize of discs, record grand prize in Paris. So this is Johann Sebastian Bach's Brandenburg Concert Overture or something. I don't know. But kind of cool for $1. I figure I'd check it out. I think it's like 3 or 4 records. And then from another store, going with a classical theme. This is from the Hospice thrift store, so it's like $1. Mercury Living Presence. Kind of another label that people tend to collect in classical. I don't think it's so highly regarded as like the RCA Shaded Dogs, or I guess like the Decca, English Decca pressings, early Decca pressings. It's okay. Philips, the Dutch label I was showing, they reissued a lot of the Mercury Living Presence stereo recordings in the 70s. I think they call them like Golden Import series. They had different cover art, but I've seen a lot of people say that they sound a lot better pressing quality. Alright, so that's it for classical. The next batch is some jazz stuff I picked up at the junk shop here in town, Repurposed Project. Went in one day and kind of going through the records. Actually ran into a friend from work. We talked for a little bit, and I spotted a Count Basie record in the stacks. I was like, wow. I said, you know, I need to finish up looking to these records. I think there might be some good stuff. Saw this Count Basie record in there. This time by Basie, arrangements by Quincy Jones on reprise. So yeah, I went through all the records, and sure enough, they had some cool jazz records come in. And these were, the records I think are 50 cents a piece is what they asked. They have a set price on records, not on CDs or really much anything else, but on records they do. An original Blue Note here, Donald Byrd, A New Perspective, Band and Voices. I've actually got another copy of this one, but I'm not going to pass that for 50 cents. And what's interesting about these, several of these records, the owner, I guess, treated them with a record preservative called Last, L-A-S-T. And I've seen this before. They have a little sticker there. I don't know if you can see it there in the label. Yeah, what you can see on the other side of the label, it looks like they had a little disaster when they put the stuff on and tried to take it off the label, and ended up just smearing the ink on the label. So kind of a mess, unfortunately. It looks like someone got wax on the label, car wax. It's kind of a mess. I don't know if you can see that. But smeared the blue ink. No big deal. The record's in really nice shape. Have to compare it to my other copy and see which one's better. Some Ramsey Lewis. I already had this one, but this is a really nice shaped copy. It might be my keeper. Hang On Ramsey. Live. Is this live at the Lighthouse? Yeah, live at the Lighthouse in Hermosa Beach, California. You see that a lot. Nothing too rare. Another Ramsey Lewis. This one, the Ramsey Lewis Trio in Chicago. Recorded live at the Blue Note Club. Really cool. Kai Winding. Trombonist, more brass. Kai Winding on Verve. I don't know about this album, but it's still in the shrink. Check it out. And can't remember, this may have come from a different store. Picked this one up a while ago. I can't exactly remember. This is Quincy Jones Explores the Music of Henry Mancini. Actually, I think this might be from the Hospice thrift store. Pretty cool. Doing his take, kind of a little funkier take on a lot of Henry Mancini classics like the Baby Elephant Walk, Mr. Lucky, the Pink Panther, Moon River, Peter Gunn. I think these next 2, 3 came from that junk shop again. Pearl Bailey, the one and only Pearl Bailey sings. It's a pretty cover on that one on Mercury. Peggy Lee, Pretty Eyes, music arranged and conducted by Billy May. I'm kind of curious to check out Peggy Lee and Pearl Bailey. Go listen to them. Finally, on CTI, Creed Taylor's label, Airto Fingers. One CTI I didn't have. I've got quite a few of the CTI catalog. So 50 cents, I wasn't going to pass that up. Let's take a little break here.